Hi there, Fat Cap Chef here. Today I'm going to show you how to cook like a barbecue flavoured pork belly strips with a nice crispy skin. So it's a slow cook method, really easy, really quick to do, and it's an incredibly cheap cut of meat. So you'll pay just a couple of pounds for quite a decent quantity of pork belly. Often it's in strips in the supermarket rather than a whole piece. So this is how to do it. So all I've got here is my pork belly strips. I have to put these out into a bag, tip them out. There we go. So this is classically what your pork belly strip will look like. Some have more fat on than others. Okay, there we go. Open it out a bit. There we go. So this is the kind of thing we're talking about. Now, I like to kind of get them into a piece I can handle. So I use some skewers. You can either use a wooden skewer, or I've got some metal ones here. And basically I'm just going to stick it through each piece, thread it on. There we go. There we go. And then I'll do a second one. Metal one here, that one through there, through each of them, and keep it even. There we go. I've got a little bit of spare here. I'm just going to thread that down. This is the advantage of using the skewers. You can kind of create a solid piece. Okay, so there we go. Wash the hands. And then I'll prepare what I'm going to put it on. This is why this is so quick and easy. I'm actually going to use, in this case, some pre-prepared barbecue sauce, but I've got on my site how to make your own barbecue sauce if you want to. Some salt and pepper. Right, so in terms of how you cook it, I've preset my oven at 140 degrees, gas mark 1. I'm going to do that, and it's going to stay in there for about 3 hours. And then the last half hour, we're going to do something slightly different. I'll show you. Now, you can put it in your normal size tray, okay, with some foil around it. If you don't have a big tray, and lots of people don't, they only have like these shallow ones, you can kind of make your own little tray, and I think it's a useful tip. So what I've got here is my foil. I'm going to take a piece of foil that is roughly twice the size of my tray. There we go. Tear that off. Put it down, and then we're going to kind of create a tray. So what I do is I fold up the sides, so they're about 1 inch or so. What's that? 2 centimetres deep. So we're creating that tray in advance. I take my pork and pop it on top. Doesn't matter, but the skewers sticking out the other end, doesn't matter at all. Okay, so I'm then going to just, in my case, pop the skewers through there. This end will be okay. And we've now created my own little tray. Right, salt and pepper. Decent grind of pepper, just into the base. Same with the salt. Just around the edges. I'm not putting it on top of the pork at this point. Then I've got my barbecue sauce. I'm going to put in the equivalent of roughly, you go 1, 2, spread it around the tray, 3, 4, 5 tablespoons. And then I'm going to get some water. I'll use my tap here. I'm putting about 1 centimetre of water into the bottom here, as you can see. I'm going to give a teaspoon to mix up barbecue sauce, so it mixes with the water, and that will give us a lovely mixture to seep its way into the meat as it cooks really slowly. And then all we do is fold it over, tie it down, fold in, That pops into the oven, gas back 140 degrees for about 3 hours, and then we'll be back. Okay, so this has now been in for just under 3 hours. So we'll take it out. Lots of steam when you open it. It will be hot. There you go. Just ease this off the edge. It can stick to the foil, in which case just ease it off. Let's just push that down so you can see here. So you can see here that we have this lovely soft pork sitting in this fantastic little... I've topped this up with water as I've gone, by the way, just to make sure it didn't dry out. Just check it every half an hour, 40 minutes or so. So now what I'm going to do is just want to crisp up the fat on the top. Now, there isn't much on this one. Normally you get a lot more fat. So I've got, this is what you would actually use to hold corn, sweet corn. But you can just use the point of a sharp knife if you want to. And it's quite easy because it's quite soft at this point. And we just stab it in quite a lot of times, because what we want is this fat on the top now to crisp and bubble, whilst keeping the meat underneath lovely and soft. So loads of little taps. If I was using this, I'd just be going, okay, there we go. Right, now some salt. So I'm going to use a little bit of salt to go on the top. Not much, just rub it in a bit. And then I'm going to fold this foil back up, keeping the liquid inside so it keeps the meat nice and moist. Fold it round the edges. Like this, just leaving the fat exposed. And then I've turned my oven up to 220 degrees, so it's really pretty much as high as it will go. And I'm doing that for about, I'm going to do it for probably about 20 minutes, and then I'll give it a check. And what I'm looking for is the fat to have just crisped up and bubbled. Okay, so there we go. It's all tucked in. Let me show you. It's tucked in pretty tight there. And then we're going to pop it back into that, heat that really hot oven for about 20 minutes. Just check it, make sure that the fat has bubbled up nicely. Okay, so then we'll be back. Okay, so this was just under 15 minutes actually, because there isn't much fat on these. And if you hear this, that's now got that level of crisp that I want. All we would do is simply take out skewers if you use them. If you don't have skewers, don't worry, you can just squash them together. Let's get a plate and a fork. And I will take one of these out. Let's just take this piece out. And what we've got is this beautifully soft pork underneath that's oozing with flavour from that barbecue. Literally, this will flake apart. If I do this, you see, look, it's literally that soft. And then we've got this lovely crunchy bit on the outside. So that is how to really quickly and easily, not quickly, it took 3 hours, but really easily cook slices of belly pork in a barbecue sauce. If you don't want to use barbecue, you can put fennel seeds in there. You can put whatever you like in terms of flavour, sage. I just think this is a lovely way of doing it. So if you want to see more, just subscribe, just press the button. It doesn't cost on YouTube, it doesn't cost you anything. You just get a notification when I post the next video. I'll be back to you soon. Bye-bye.